Look at those smoky hills over there. Imagine being out in the steep mountains, on the mountainside, some mountains below you, some mountains above you. You're camped on a day like today where those distant hills there are smoky looking, aren't they? That's the way of describing them, that kind of blue, just the blue dark tint and the dark clouds, and it's like it's warm sky and it's occasional mild drizzle, but it's like it's warm air. It's warm air, and these cars are fucking annoying. So there wouldn't be cars here. The cars are ruining it, to be honest. The cars are ruining it. But yeah, these smoky hills. Imagine being up halfway up a Scottish mountain, camping with someone else, 2 tents halfway up a mountain, and the hills were like that. I'm glad the cars are gone now because I can talk at my normal volume, which is low. But I was also looking at this just quietly and thinking, this is all in this context now. And it means less to me in this context now, but it could all be in a completely different context. Like, this could be in a context where I'm in uni and I have a group of friends and I'm going to lessons and stuff. Or this could be in a context where this is me chilling out the evening before I go up to the airport to pick up a girlfriend who's coming in from another country, and it's all busy, and we're all like I had work before and now it's paused for a few days while I do this, and then I see this, I go pick up this person and bring her back, and this is what I see just before then, and driving in as it gets darker, and then that all goes away again, and then it's work again. It's a different work to what I'm doing now. It's like, what if it's the same scene, like the same scene. You see this? This is what you see. This is what you see. Warm air, smoky horizon, nice conditions, gentle breeze, mild drizzle, little trees are moving in the breeze. But what if the context is different? It's this. The context is everything. And you can have a different context and just a normal scene that you're seeing like this could just become richer and more laden with meaning. Whereas right now, because my context is I'm poor, I don't have very much going on in my life, I'm in a domestic abuse situation, I have a crappy job, I'm suffering in the job, I'm suffering with my family. That makes this scene mean something different. And if I'm honest, like less exciting and less laden with meaning, as it would if I was busy and something big was happening tomorrow and I was set up. Those people who have, like, the higher rungs up the echelon and stuff, and they got things set up and things are happening. The little in-between moments like this, I think they mean more to those people. There's so much I don't know how to explain adequately. And this video would bolt on to a video I did last night in the non-sunset and the overcastness on Gibbet Hill on my other camera, which is about context. And I feel, and I hate being robbed of context. And I'm robbed of context. Like I have the wrong context for everything. Like I'm seeing the world through the lens of me in the present, in the modern. And views of places remind me of the context those places had for me in the 90s or in the 80s. But these places don't have that context now. And I want them to have that context now, but they have the context of my present bullshit situation. And I'm saying this while I'm looking at a view, again, which reminds me kind of the 90s. And I don't have my Zoomy cam. I should have brought it out. It's a work day, so I thought, why would I bring my giant camera out? But after the work day, like, it's not a night shift, I'm not ending at 10. After the work day, I come out somewhere like this, and yeah, it would be quite nice to have the Zoomy camera. But no. Anyway, over on the horizon there, there are rolling hills. All the green trees of summer have come out. All the green leaves are fresh. They're coming out now, full summer. All those wiry trees of winter, there's not as many of them now. They're all starting to develop their first big green leaves everywhere, including over there. And yeah, seeing all that as me, I get the context of the 90s and how I lived then, especially like at the moment when I go under like tree canopies. Like, you're going down a road and you get this kind of big block either side of big trees that are spilling out their new leaves, like not you know, shedding them or anything. The leaves are still on the tree, but it's overhanging out of the road, and like the sunlight and the daylight, should I say, tries to get through. Even on a rainy day, the daylight tries to get through this tree canopy, and it can't fully get through, but it gets diffused into this greeny colour. So when you're under it, you feel you're in this greeny colour place, this slightly darker place. And it's like, it's another atmosphere thing. It's attached to memories I had of living in the 80s and 90s. And I see that now, and I just want that to be what those trees mean now, but it's what those trees meant then. And I'm just getting like second-hand feeling off of them. It's a deeper sort of nostalgia. I'm not sure how many people will understand what I'm saying or identify with or relate to the thing I'm talking about. But yeah, places, like looks of places, atmospheres of places, are attached to times you've been there and something was happening, and also attached to when you're in that time, when you're in that place and you saw those things that are attached to that time and place, you also have hope for the future, which is also attached to that time and place. Like, your hope for the future back in the past attached to that place, and your hope for the future was eradicated, and also the present feeling of you in that place was eradicated when you moved to the actual future and you look back, and the place is still there, but it's robbed of context. You understand what I mean? This is how my deep thoughts work. They're not very easy to explain to people, and I think like normies would never understand what I'm saying. They wouldn't even be able to stop rushing around and slow themselves down and cast away all their cynical piss-taking to the point where they can actually listen and understand what I'm saying when I say something like this to them. So I don't talk to the normies about this sort of stuff. This sort of stuff is for, I don't want to sound elitist and superior, but it's for, I guess it's for a higher being. It's for a person who can actually slow down and stop to think and philosophize about life. Yeah, I don't want to say poetic way. It kind of goes into poetry in a way, but a deeper way that sidesteps art and science and everyday thinking about the world. Maybe it's more towards art, I don't know. And it's not about the facts and the science stuff, but equally it's not really about the religious and the spiritualism stuff in between. It's in between. It's something in between the science and the religion of the world, the facts and the fantasy. It's in that middle space, in the center. It's a centrism of some kind, and it's about the past, and it's about dreams, but it's also about reality. It's about the fantasy that you want to make from reality, and that is derived from reality. Like, people say you can't live in a fantasy, you've got to live in reality. And then other people say you're crushing my dreams with your facts and truths and hard truths about the world, and I want escapism. I just want to go, like, it's neither of those. Those are like, that's one extreme and another extreme I've just described, and this is between the two once again, which is hard for people to grasp, because it's like when people say, oh, looking at the world in black and white. You know, you're looking in the world in the extremes of the left and the right, so you don't see that the centre exists. You're looking at yes and no, so you can't possibly see that maybe exists. You know, everything's like, it has to be one of two binary choices, and you can't see all the thousands of things in the middle of that and all the thousands of things around that. Kind of like with political ideologies, people are like, there's left and there's right now. They're just ignoring all the thousands of other ones surrounding them. Maybe not thousands, but even the most basic recognised non-left, non-right things. But yeah, anyway, back to this atmosphere thing. Being robbed of context. Context is important for recognising the merit of an atmosphere. It's like a bolt-on to my atmospheres videos would be this. It's context. You need the context to make the atmosphere work. So when I'm telling you about an atmosphere video, and I could take that bit where I'm talking in the tent from my day one Brecon Beacons 2025 trip. At the end of the day, I got philosophical in the tent and I talked about atmosphere. I could put that in its own atmosphere video. Part of that, I was talking about the time, part of it might be about context, because I thought this thing I'm talking about might only be able to happen in the 90s and 80s, or like earlier than the 90s. Like, it can't exist now because things have changed too much, but you can see the places where those things could have happened if the world hadn't changed so much to the point where they can't happen. And we're getting more regressively authoritarian as the world goes on. So a lot of those avenues of dreams that you can make into reality are being closed off to all of us as time goes on. Yeah, so that's that and the video I've just done before it, which I combined both of those into one. The bit where I'm on Gibbet Hill looking out at the trees in the breeze, talking about airports. Combine that into this one. I don't like being robbed of context, and context is what makes atmospheres great. Context atmospheres, triggered off by this. Looking at those distant hills in the murky blue sunshine, I see Sonic the Hedgehog. I see the Alien films. I see going through gaming magazines with Dan Avery at his house, PlayStation magazines, Sega magazines, PC.